This presidential debate between Mike Pence and Kamala Harris is still set to be live in person on Wednesday. Safety measures are in place, like the two of them standing like 500 feet apart. I'm hoping Maya Rudolph will come in as Kamala Harris just to see if he recognizes that it's not her. Anyway, mandatory mask wearing for attendees. And does this work for you, Joy? The 12 feet away and, you know, you got to wear a mask no matter what?
Well, isn't Pence going to some kind of a rally in Illinois any minute now? And you know they won't be wearing masks there. I mean, these Republicans are like the typhoid Marys of the 21st century. I don't trust it. And by the way, we debate every day on this show, and none of us touch each other, as far as I can tell. So it can be done. You don't have to be in the same room. So I would say to Kamala, you know, either spray him down, hose him down with some insecticide or whatever they have to use, or else don't go. No, I would not go near Pence right now. He's all over the place.
Well, he's not going to get that close to her because, you know, he can't be in a room with another woman unless his wife is very close by.
That's only dinner, Whoopi. That's only dinner.
His mother comes.
Yeah. You know, but
What if mother
Sarah,
comes,
you comfortable?
Whoopi?
I mean,
Yeah,
if mother comes, then we'll see what happens. But Sarah, you comfortable with all of this?
Absolutely comfortable with this. I think that to cancel these things is to feed that narrative that the Democrats just want to shut everything down and, you know, shut the economy down and keep everyone at home. And I think there are levels between 0 and 60. We don't need to throw the baby out with the bathwater. I think being prudent and diligent. And right now, more than ever, we need to hear from these candidates together because we're looking at a president that's 74 with the COVID virus right now, and a 77-year-old opposing, you know, a challenger. And that means these vice presidential candidates could play major roles in the upcoming administration. So I think it's really important to hear from both of them.
Yeah. What about you, son?
But why do they have to be in the same room?
Oh,
all right.
Because have you seen the technical difficulties on this show, Joy?
I'm not comfortable with it at all, actually. I'm not comfortable with it because if you think about it, that Rose Garden massacre event where Amy Coney Barrett was introduced to folks, we have, I don't know how many people now that are positive from that event, but Pence was sitting directly in front of Mike Lee, who is positive. Why is Pence not isolating? Why? The CDC guidelines require that he be, his own government's guidelines require that he be isolating for 14 days. Isn't he the head of the coronavirus task force? He's not following the task force's own guidelines. And as Joy mentioned, he's just going around in rallies. I'd like to see if they are going to do this debate, something that we saw with Lindsey Graham and Jamie Harrison. Jamie Harrison brought his own plexiglass. A huge divider. I mean, Kamala needs a whole box around her if she's going to be a whole box if she's going to be anywhere near Vice President Pence, because that was COVID-palooza.
We are 29 days away from an election. We need to hear from these candidates. If they're going to be bubble wrapped, we need to hear from them.
You know, it is what it's going to be. We'll see what happens. And Kamala, I'm going to send you some plexiglass because I don't want anything in your way when you take care of business.